Hey, welcome to Viper's Reloading and Casting channel. Today what I'm going to be working on is prepping some 45 ACP brass. They've got to get sized, or at least have the case length gauge ran through it. And they're also going to have to get deburred and chamfered after that. So I have my little tool for that. As you can see, I've got my case length gauge and shell holder here. I'm going to be sizing them length of 0.888 to 0.898 inches. Using my drills, I'm going to clean out the primer pockets here, and then put my my shell holder there on that one to do the trim. So yeah, I've got 250 cases in here that have all been cleaned up again from the range. I've already ran them back through the tumbler again, and so now it's just got to get them prepped so that way I can get to loading them. So here we go. All right, so I got all the primer pockets cleaned out, and yeah, nice and clean. But one of the things I wanted to bring up is when you're doing 45s, there's a couple of things you got to look out for. One is make sure that the 45s you're reloading, and it's hard to see, and get my camera to focus right, is that it says 45 auto, okay? 45 auto or 45 ACP, okay, that's one kind. Another kind is, especially for people who are shooting Glocks, maybe you'll run into is 45 GAP or GAP, and that's Glock automatic pistol. Now, what Glock did is they made a special 45 round that was shorter, especially the case. The case itself is shorter than what the 45 ACP is. The 45 GAP only comes up to about roughly right there. You know, it's a big difference. And so you want to make sure if you're shooting 45 ACP that you don't accidentally try to shoot 45 GAP. And if you're reloading 45 ACP, that you're not trying to reload a 45 GAP piece of brass. The second thing I want to bring up, especially with the brass, is if you look, the primer pockets are two different sizes. Okay, some of the ammo manufacturers have recently, over the last few years, started putting some small primer pockets, which is the one on the left, and you also have the large primer pocket on the right. So you got to be careful when you're reloading it. For me, it doesn't matter because I have both small pistol primers and large pistol primers on hand. So depending on, you know, which one I grab, you know, I can quickly make a switch if I need to. But I do keep my small primer pocketed 45 ammo separate. You know, to be exact, I've got 34 pieces of brass that are 45s, but they will use the small pistol primers. Now all these in here, out of these 250, these are all large pistol primer pocket 45 ACP pieces of brass. And those are the ones now that I'm going to use my length gauge on and trim them if it needs to be trimmed. And I'm going to take my chamfer and deburring tool and chamfer the inside just a little bit, which will allow the projectiles to slide in there easier on the press. So let's get to this. There we go. All the 45 brass has been prepped. It's been deburred, it's been chamfered. It has been had the case length gauge put through it and trimmed if necessary. Primer pockets are clean. It is ready for when we decide to load some projectiles in it. And I think this time we're going to do it a little different. I think I'm going to go actually get some box of projectiles from Cabela's or something, and load them up on there. I want to see how they work out. In my 1911, it did not like the 200 grain round, flat nose projectiles I tried before. So, you know, every gun likes something different. So we'll see what happens. Hey, as always, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Smash that like and subscribe. And as always, if you feel like leaving a comment, shoot it down below. Have a good one.